Greetings. Thank you. And welcome to the Delaware Governor's Award Ceremony. It is an honor to be here today as we recognize the outstanding individuals and teams who have gone above and beyond in service to our state. I extend a special welcome to all families and friends celebrating with us in person and virtually, members of the House, Senate, and Judiciary, my fellow cabinet members, and of course, our Governor Matt Meyer. Before we begin our program today, a little housekeeping. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones so we can fully enjoy today's program without interruption. Also, photos from today's event will be available following the ceremony, and you will be able to access them by scanning the QR code on the back of your program. At this time, please rise for the presentation of colors by the Department of Correction Honor Guard, followed by the national anthem performed by Serenity Fleming from the Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control. Please remain standing until the color guard exits the room. may be seated. Thank you, Serenity. I want to start by thanking the Department of Human Resources, the entire department, for their tireless effort in pulling this all together. So if you work in the Department of Human Resources, please stand. This week, during National Public Service Recognition Week, we celebrate the dedication, resilience, and impact of our state employees. Across agencies, employee recognition events are being held to honor the tremendous work that keeps Delaware moving forward. Today, we gather to recognize some of the best among us, employees and teams who have set the standard of excellence in state government. The Delaware Award for Excellence and Commitment in State Service recognizes employees who exceed expectations in their roles, demonstrating outstanding dedication, leadership, and innovation. The Governor's Team Excellence and Trailblazers Awards highlight collaborative efforts that drive impactful changes across agencies. And the Delaware Award for Heroism honors state employees whose courageous actions have made a difference in critical moments. These three award categories showcase the spirit of public service, going beyond duty, embracing challenges, and creating meaningful change. It is my privilege to welcome our next three guest speakers who also demonstrate excellence in state government. We invite them to share a few remarks as we begin this recognition celebration. Chief Justice of the Delaware Supreme Court, Colin J. Seitz, Jr. Chief Justice Seitz has spent his career upholding the law with fairness and integrity, and that commitment runs deep. His father, Judge Collins J. Seitz, Sr., made history when he ruled in Gephardt versus Belton, Delaware's contribution to Brown v. Board of Education. That decision played a major role in ending school segregation in America. It is a powerful legacy, and one that Chief Justice Seitz continues to honor through his leadership on Delaware's highest court. Judge Seitz.
Good morning. So every Wednesday, when the justices of the Delaware Supreme Court convene in our Dover courthouse, every day in the Superior Court, when the judges are hearing criminal and civil cases, every day when the Court of Chancery referees the multi-billion-dollar controversies occurring in our country and throughout the world, in our family court, where some of the most personal of situations have to be resolved by judges, in our Justice of the Peace Court, where every day Delawareans interact with the judiciary. When the judges take the bench in each of those courts, we know that it is the employees of the judicial branch that makes our work possible. And not just the employees of the judicial branch. We have many justice partners involved, from the state police, from the county police forces, the local police forces. We have the Office of Defense Services. We have the Attorney General's office. We interact with people throughout Delaware government. And I am proud to say, and I know why we are here today, is because of you, the employees. We could not do our work without the great service that Delaware State employees do for the justice system and the other branches of government. We're at a time right now when the federal government is doing less, and it's going to continue to do less. And what does that mean for the state of Delaware? It means we're going to have to do more. We're going to have to do more to make sure that individual rights are protected, that the courts are functioning, that an independent branch of government stands up when necessary to make the hard decisions that are going to happen in the next 3.5 years. We will do more even though the federal government is doing less. And it is because of the work of everyone here that that will be possible. Thank you again for your service, and I'm proud and delighted to be here today.
Thank you, Chief Justice Sykes. Delaware House of Representative Kendra Johnson. Representative Johnson serves Delaware's 5th District, which covers Bear. She currently chairs the Housing Committee and the Delaware Legislative Black Caucus. She has built a career rooted in service, including extensive work supporting individuals with disabilities. This year, she was recognized as one of USA Today's Women of the Year for her leadership and advocacy on issues of healthcare access and equity. Representative Johnson, please come forward.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? All right, wonderful. So I was told that I ought not exceed 10 minutes, and initially I thought that is just not possible for me to even speak more than 3. But as I began to think about today, I was like, oh, I'm going to use my 10 minutes, okay? So I am absolutely honored to be here with you today. Yvonne shared a little bit about my story and that I have spent my career serving individuals who are living with disadvantages. I started my career as a direct support professional at the tender age of 22. I'm only 25, y'all. But in that role, I fell in love with the people that I was supporting. And prior to that, I grew up in an extended family environment. I lived in a home where there was my great-grandmother, my grandmother, aunts, uncles, and from that experience, I learned empathy, and I became passionate about service. And all of those things carried me through as I was a direct support professional and ultimately, working my way up, shall we say, the ladder in human services. I have supported individuals who live with intellectual disabilities, behavioral health, drug and alcohol, our aging population. When I say I'm passionate about service, I am passionate, and that is my why. So now can I take this off here? Does this come off? No? Okay. So this is, okay. You all are lucky then. How about that? Instead, I'm just going to point y'all out, okay? So I shared with you my why I do this work. I am passionate about service. Young lady there in the front, what is your why? Say it loud and proud.
Yes, ma'am. My why is because I have a whole state that has a different perspective, and my why is my perspective is my gift, and service is my purpose.
All right now, yes. We're going to pick on the table this right here in front of me, and since you're smiling at me, sir, what is your why?
My why is the community that we live in and the people, and to elevate all of us to the next possible steps through generational achievement.
Wonderful, thank you. And now I'm going to pick on one of my former colleagues. She sees me looking at her. Young lady, stand up and tell us your why. You.
So I don't know. I think my why is because I just really, really like helping people, and I have a particular passion for helping people with disabilities, especially when it comes to employment issues. So thanks, Kendra.
So I thought that I should start there so that we all know that our whys are connected. They are all interconnected. And I wanted to acknowledge some of those whys. And I also wanted you to know my why. So I'm now at 6 minutes. I'm going to keep this going. Again, thank you so much for having me today, but I wanted you all to know that what you do every single day makes a difference. As you just listen to everyone's whys, like, just look around at the table and know that each of us have similar whys, and hold on to that and knowing that you are not alone in your why. As I shared, I've spent my career serving underrepresented populations and communities, just as many of you have. So believe me, really, direct support professional, believe me when I say I understand what it's like to work in this space. I know the immense efforts that it takes to do what you need to do and make it work despite being strapped for resources. But a widely unrecognized skill that many of you possess in this room is the ability to stand strong in your dedication to serve Delawareans. I am sure we are all aware of the federal cuts and that they have impacts and will have impacts on our beloved state. But what I know is that when I think about all of the people in this room, we will get through this together because of our why. Our why, our collective why. I know that many of you work in this space because you see the same things that we all do. We want better schools for our children. We want higher wages. We want safer communities for our families and our neighborhoods. Some of you may be thinking, helping others is enough, thanks. But as someone who has benefited from the work that you do, sometimes thank you is just not enough. I want to provide you all just with a couple examples of how you make my work as a legislator so much better. Department of Labor, many years ago during COVID, connected Department of Labor, somebody's looking for not Social Security, sorry, their unemployment. And I connected with them, they connected with the gentleman, made everything work, and he got his unemployment when he needed it. And I was like, oh, that's wonderful. And then I move on to the next thing. Standing at the polls, gentleman comes up to me, and he's like, Representative Johnson, I am, thank you. And I cried. And I thought, like, yeah, you're thanking me, but I didn't do it. Department of Labor did that for you. And so we rely on you. DMV, young lady, young person connected with me saying, listen, I'm getting a driver's license, I need an X. I don't identify as this or that. I called DMV, they're like, oh, Representative Johnson, we already have that. And I'm like, oh my God, you guys are amazing. Then, let's see, DelDOT, roads, sinkholes, drainage, thank you. You all make that happen for the communities. And then of course, DHSS, and I'm speaking quickly now because I'm coming on my last 2 minutes. DHSS, children, benefits, disabilities, behavioral health, drug and alcohol. We, my colleagues and I, rely on each and every one of you every single day. And let us not forget the support services. Because without the support services, those folks who answer my phone calls and my emails couldn't even do that. And so today, while I stand here and look at all of you, I am honored and I am humbled for the work that you do. Please know that I deeply appreciate every last one of you, and what I know for certain is that every single Delawarean's lives that you touch, that you change for the better, are also appreciative of your work, of your efforts, breaking stuff up. And to that, I say thank you. Remember your why, remember our why, and remember we are all interconnected. Thank you for your service. I am indebted to you.
Thank you, Representative Johnson. Finally, we invite State Senator Trey Pardee to the podium. Senator Pardee represents Delaware's 17th district, which includes the city of Dover and the towns of Camden and Wyoming, and serves as co-chair of the Joint Finance Committee. He plays a key role in preparing the state's budget, championing investments in education, public health, social justice, and environmental protections. Senator Trey Pardee, thank you.
So before I get started with my comments, is Serenity Fleming still here? Would you please stand up? Because this young lady, she deserves a round of applause. Matter of fact, I think she deserves a recording contract because that was absolutely stunning. Thank you. Yeah, I just couldn't let that go. That was just such an amazing rendition, and thank you for sharing your voice with us this morning. I'm not sure if Secretary Patterson, realized that he had such an amazing talent within his office. He's giving me the thumbs up. That's a yes. So good morning, everyone. It's a privilege to be here today. Sorry I had to put on my reading glasses. They go along well with my hearing aids. Part of getting old, sorry. But it's a privilege to be here today to help honor and recognize the outstanding men and women who serve the people of Delaware state employees. This event is about more than just awards. It's about gratitude, respect, and acknowledgement of extraordinary dedication to public service. This is personal to me. My mother was a nurse who worked for the Division of Aging for 20 years. She also served at the Delaware Hospital for the chronically ill, caring for some of our most vulnerable citizens. I saw firsthand the kind of dedication that work demands. I remember her coming home with stacks of case folders, dozens of them, because her workload was so heavy that she had to work at night in order to keep up. But she carried that weight with compassion, professionalism, and an unwavering sense of duty. And I know that many of you here today know exactly what that feels like because you're doing the same kind of work with the same kind of heart. Public service runs deep in my family. My Aunt Eleanor Lee Kane served as the director of the Division of Aging for 30 years. From her, I learned how leadership in state government can shape not just programs, but people's lives. I carry those lessons with me every day in your role as your state senator and in my 5 years of service as chair or co-chair of the Joint Finance Committee. Over those 5 years, we've worked very hard to ensure that our appreciation is reflected not just in words, but in real meaningful support. That's why we've implemented significant pay increases, invested heavily in the state's group health insurance plan over the past 5 budget cycles to keep employee premiums as low as possible and to protect the quality of care. That same commitment extends to our retirees because your service and sacrifice don't lose value the day you retire. I also understand how critical it is to have a robust pay and benefits package, not just to reward the great people we already have, but to attract the best and brightest into state service. If we want to fill open positions and meet the growing demand of our citizens, we need great employees in every department, every office, and every field. That's the only way we continue to deliver the quality of government that people of Delaware expect and deserve. I know several of our unionized employee groups are in the process of negotiating new contracts. I am hopeful that these negotiations will produce strong, fair agreements, ones that serve both the needs of our employees and the long-term interests of the state. Most importantly, being here today, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your dedication, your professionalism, and the heart you bring to the job every single day. The most important job that we have as public officials is to ensure that our government functions and functions well for the people we serve, and that's only possible because of you. So today we celebrate not just the exceptional few, but the exceptional many. You are the backbone of Delaware's government, and we are deeply grateful. Thank you, and I want to congratulate all this morning's honorees. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator Pardee. And now it is my distinct honor to say a few words about our Governor, Matt Meyer. Governor Meyer and I had the opportunity to work closely together during our time in Newcastle County government. And it has been incredible to see how he's brought the same dedication and collaborative spirit to the statewide level. His priorities, which are steeped in integrity, efficiency, and collaboration, aren't just words. They're values he stands by and will shape the way government serves Delawareans in the years ahead, from education to public health to economic and workforce development. His leadership will make the difference. Please join me in welcoming our Governor, Matt Meyer.
Sit down, sit down, sit down. You're supposed to stand up when I'm done serving, not at the beginning. Low expectations. It's the key to success. It's good to see everyone this morning. How many of you at your first Governor's Award ceremony? Your first time here? Wow, me too. Good. I'm not the only one. I thought I was, you walk in a room, you're like, I'm the only, everybody else knows what's going on here, and I got to stand up and talk. Oh, man. It's truly an honor to be before you today and to serve as the 76th Governor of Delaware. Thank you to Chief Justice Seitz, to Representative Johnson, to Senator Pardee. Thank you all for being here and joining us today. To all the cabinet secretaries, leaders of departments, divisions, thank you. And of course to Secretary Gordon and her team at the Department of Human Resources. Thank you so much for all the work to make today happen. 15 years ago, I was a U.S. diplomat in Iraq. I spent 12 months, not in the military, but in the diplomatic service with the State Department, where I spent 12 months in Mosul, Iraq, on a military base with 10,000 soldiers. After a brief training period here in the U.S., I deployed to Iraq, and on my very first day in Mosul, the general, the one-star general who ran the base, and the head diplomat, kind of the ambassador of the area, the U.S. ambassador, the two of them sat me down for a two-on-one conversation. My very first day there, I was nervous as can be. This is like the boss's boss's boss. And they did what Representative Johnson just did to some of you, and basically asked me my why. What the heck was I doing in Mosul, Iraq? What did I expect to accomplish? And then they told me what they expected me to accomplish. 8 years later, after I was elected county executive to run Delaware's largest local government, and after the first few weeks when I'm like, man, This is like a huge organization. It has like 2,000 some employees, a small fraction of the state government. But I'm just like one person. And I said, how do I message appropriately the vision that I have for our county and make sure that the 2,000 plus employees all understand, agree with that vision. Where they disagree, they have an opportunity to express that disagreement. And so one thing I decided to do is on everyone's first day of work in county government, they came to my office and I talked to them and I asked them their why. Why did they choose to come work in the public service? And I explained to them what I hoped that they would accomplish. Yvonne knows, Secretary Gordon knows that I'm hoping to get to a point where I do the same at the state. There are quite a few more employees across this state, so it's more challenging to do. But I wanted to share with you a little bit of what I would tell state employees on their first day. I got into this job because I was a 6th and 7th grade math teacher who came back from that experience in Iraq, teaching a few miles from where I grew up in Wilmington, and was shocked by the lack of opportunity that too many families I taught had. Too many kids I felt like didn't have the amazing opportunities that I felt like I had as a kid growing up in Delaware. And I believe in the 21st century, every child and every family here in this state deserves to experience their American dream. And I believe we in the state government have opportunities, whatever department you're working in, to enable that dream to come through for so many families across our state. But more than anything, what I believe is that we in state government can deliver the services that we deliver with honesty, transparency, and efficiency like no other government or no other employer in this country. With honesty, transparency, and efficiency. And what I found in county government with just 2,000 Delawareans looking to serve is that when those individuals chose to make decisions of honesty, transparency, and efficiency in what they did, when they saw in their daily service to the people of the county things that conflicted with that, they saw something that was dishonest and not transparent, they saw something that maybe could be done more efficiently, and they were giving incentives to speak up, to do something about it, the nature of our government service changed, and the quality of that service we provided changed. And so we're hoping in state government to do the same. Now, it's funny to say that here. I feel like I'm kind of preaching to the choir. I'm standing before individuals who have shown excellence in what you do every day. It's an interesting time in our country, to say the least. It's an interesting time in our country. And one thing we've seen in the past 3.5 months, I believe, is a public workforce that's under attack. A public workforce that's under attack. Elected leaders in Washington standing up and attacking people who for decades have made a decision, like many of you in this room have made, very often to make a little bit or a lot less money, to work very hard in the public service. When I was county executive, we were looking at our sewer budget once, and with our finance people, we said, you know, we really need to cut some people, right? There's a certain layer of salary that just to make the numbers work, we have to figure out how to offer early retirements or something. And when we looked at it in the spreadsheet, we said, okay, this is something we have to do. When I went out and actually talked to people, we're like, wait a second. If we cut these 3 people, I think like half of Newcastle County is going to be able to flush their toilets. And that's a problem. And so you start to understand, wait a second, behind all these budget decisions ultimately are people. People providing a service. And today is an amazing reminder of that you are going above and beyond in ways that Delawareans never see or never hear about, never know about. But you provide services that make Delaware what it is today. So I could not miss the opportunity simply to come and say thank you. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for offering the mentorship and leadership that you provide across your departments. And thank you for recognizing that, you know, your department has a mission, our state government has a mission, they have a budget, there are metrics to achieve, but with all, you can throw all that out the window. What it comes down to is people. Individuals choosing to wake up in the morning and work really, really hard for Delawareans. We recognize that, we appreciate that, and today, and in fact every day, we celebrate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Governor Meyer. Good morning, everyone. Well, today my why is to get everyone's name correct. My name is Lisa Tucker, Deputy Secretary for the Department of Human Resources. Our workforce is the heart of state government. And today, we celebrate those who go above and beyond in service to Delaware. It is my distinct honor to introduce some of the nominees and recipients of the various awards today, starting with the 2024 Delaware Award for Excellence and Commitment in State Service. My partner over here at the other podium would say we're starting with the heavy hitters, and we are. The Delaware Award for Excellence and Commitment in State Service was established in 1990 and is given to 5 state Delaware employees or small groups of employees who exemplify the highest standard of excellence and commitment in state service. It is my pleasure to recognize the nominees and recipients of this most prestigious award. Will the 2024 nominees and recipients of the Delaware Excellence and Commitment in State Service please line up to receive your certificates? At this time, I would like to ask Governor Meyer and Secretary Gordon to proceed to the photo area. This way. While they are getting ready, I want to take this time to introduce to you our esteemed 2024 Selection Committee. As I call your name, please stand so that we can recognize you. Yvonne Anders Gordon, Secretary, Department of Human Resources. Representative Melissa Brown Minor serves as our House of Representatives Committee member. Dick Carter, who has faithfully represented the Senate for a lot of years on this committee. Angela LaManna. Ms. LaManna is the statewide Labor Management Committee representative. Josette Manning, Secretary of the Department of Health and Social Services, and she represents the Governor's Cabinet. Carol Mick from the Department of Human Resources, Statewide Benefits Office. And Rebecca Salmon from the Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control, serves as the past recipient for this award. Tasha Olfus. Ms. Olfus is our private sector representative and is a risk manager at Capital One. Please give all of them a round of applause. Thank you for your time.
Good morning, and I'm Courtney Hutt. I'm also a new Deputy Secretary for the Department of Human Resources. We will start by honoring the Delaware Award for Excellence and Commitment in State Service nominees. These individuals were nominated by their agencies, many as Employees of the Year, and we proudly recognize each of them today. Nominees, as your name is called, come forward to receive your award and have your photo taken. And agency heads, you're welcome to join your team members for photographs as well. Also, we ask that everyone on stage step down to the floor and personally congratulate and shake hands with each recipient. You guys want to come down to the floor? Shake hands? I'm going to just have you just stand right here. Thank you. Great. We're having our own little side. Yes, sir. Okay, we ready to go? All right. From the Department of Human Resources, the Delaware Launchpad Team, Lee Kara James, Matt Kuhn, and Evelyn O'Neill, nominated by Joanna Carlson and Jim Robinson.
From the Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control, Amy Mann, nominated by Angela Marconi.
From the Department of Health and Social Services, Michael Monahan, nominated by Paul Skreenock.
From the Department of Health and Social Services, Joni Patterson, nominated by Joanna Campney.
From the Department of Health and Social Services, Kim Reed, nominated by Rachel Bryant.
From the Department of Safety and Homeland Security, Jonathan Rutledge, nominated by John Peterson.
From the Department of Technology and Information, Tyler Sell, nominated by Ashish Patel. Now, I have the great pleasure of announcing the recipients of the 2024 Delaware Award for Excellence and Commitment in State Service. These 5 individuals and teams represent the best in state government. Their valuable contributions and achievements include innovative ideas or actions leading to improvements in quality, effectiveness, and efficiency, outstanding perseverance and accomplishment against great odds and difficulties, and exceptional achievement, initiative, leadership, or long and outstanding service. Recipients, when your name is called, please come to receive your award and have your picture taken as we read the highlights from your nomination form. Agency heads, you are invited to join them for photos as well.
From the Department of Transportation, Caitlin Cahill. Caitlin Cahill, a paralegal 2 in the Division of Motor Vehicles Compliance and Investigations Unit, played a critical role in assisting victims of dealership fraud. She was relentless as she organized case files, contacted financial institutions, and created detailed Excel workbooks to track consumer complaints. Her dedication ensured that over 80% of affected customers were able to title and register their vehicles, providing much-needed relief for frustrated consumers. Caitlin also became the primary point of contact for investigators, attorneys, and affected customers, earning praise for her professionalism and organizational skills. Her dedication to Delaware's consumers is extraordinary. Thank you, John Horseman, for nominating Caitlin, and congratulations, Caitlin, and thank you for your exceptional accomplishments.
From the Department of Services for Children, Youth, and Their Families, Sherry Downs, Kathleen Reese, and Michaela Vanderslice. These 3 employees from the Department of Services for Children, Youth, and Their Families are outstanding examples of dedication, commitment, and skill in the service of ensuring the safety and well-being of the youth in our care. Kathy Reese, a family crisis therapist supervisor with the Division of Family Services, goes above and beyond for Delaware's children. She leads the demanding second shift in Newcastle County and has provided statewide coverage for nearly a year, often working double shifts due to staffing shortages to ensure urgent cases are addressed. Kathy manages the Child Abuse and Neglect Report Line, supports her team through high-stress situations, and leads with compassion and dedication. playing a critical role in protecting vulnerable children and maintaining frontline operations statewide. Family crisis therapists with the Division of Youth Rehabilitative Services, Michaela Vanderslice and Sherry Downs, also exemplify teamwork, skillfully balancing authority and therapeutic care to support rehabilitative goals in secure care settings. Drawing on their frontline experience, they advocate for youth, engage families, and provide essential guidance. Recently, they secured food, transportation, and educational resources for a distressed youth's family, going well beyond their job duties. Their dedication, flexibility, and creative problem solving have earned them multiple recognitions. Michaela and Sherry's strong partnership and commitment make them a true collaborative dream team. We thank Marlo Pearson and Dolores Smith for nominating this team. Congratulations to Sherry, Michaela, and Kathy, and thank you again for your dedication and outstanding service.
From the Department of Health and Social Services, the Instructional Materials and Resource Center team, which includes Alan Frazier, Annie Lutanzi, Kathy Oberhauser, Avery Peterson, and Matthew Serhonis. This team supports visually impaired students in Delaware by providing accessible curricula in Braille, digital, large print, and audio formats. Led by Matthew Serhonis, the team runs the Men's with a Message program, training inmates as certified Braille transcribers. Their production site at the Biggs Building processed over 700 textbooks for the 2023-2024 school year with a 9% annual growth rate. Their efforts ensured that more than 300 students received essential educational materials. Their dedication to accessibility and innovation has a profound statewide impact. We thank Deborah Talley and Jamie Towns for nominating them. Congratulations, Alan, Ann, Kathy, Avery, and Matt, and thank you for your outstanding achievements.
From the Court of Chancery, Sheree Knight. Sheree has been an exceptional asset to the Court of Chancery during a time of staffing shortages and increased workload. She consistently goes above and beyond her duties, ensuring that the court operates smoothly and efficiently, even outside of regular hours. Her professionalism, patience, and willingness to assist litigants and staff have earned her widespread praise, particularly for her help with court technology and her support of self-represented litigants. Sheree's efforts extend beyond her own responsibilities as she has helped manage multiple dockets and court events, often traveling for extended periods to ensure the court's needs are met. Her dedication and proactive approach have been invaluable in helping the court continue its work amidst its challenges that it faced. We thank Tamara Burton for nominating Sheree. Sheree, congratulations and thank you for your dedication and hard work.
Again, from the Department of Health and Social Services, Tina Wagner. Tina Wagner, volunteer coordinator at the Delaware Hospital for the Chronically Ill, enhances residents' experiences by organizing donations and coordinating volunteers. She uses community and social media platforms to gather support for events like the Fall Ball, Family and Friends Day, and collaborating with local groups, she arranges entertainment and special activities. She also creates department store-like clothing selections, organizes lunches, birthday gifts, and luxury experiences. Tina's warm demeanor and proactive approach fosters a positive environment for the residents. We thank Shannon Pierce for nominating Tina. And Tina, thank you for your outstanding service. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to all the recipients of the 2024 Delaware Award for Excellence and Commitment in State Service. Please give them a round of applause.
Our next two award programs, the Governor's Team Excellence Awards and the Trailblazer Award, recognize the exceptional efforts of individuals and teams who have worked to continually improve state government. These recipients used innovation and project management to improve the efficiency, effectiveness, and quality of services provided by our agencies. At the highest level of recognition, these awards also provide financial incentives, which are made possible through a unique public-private partnership between the state and the Delaware business community. At this time, I would like to ask Secretary Smith, co-chair of the Government Efficiency and Accountability Review Board, to come and share some information about this unique partnership.
Good morning. The Government Efficiency and Accountability Review, known as GEAR, started a simple idea in 2017. Since demand for state services often outstrips revenue growth, our state government needs to have a continuous long-term commitment to promoting smarter and more efficient ways of delivering state services. GEAR works with state agencies to improve the quality, efficiency, and effectiveness of government services, build a sustainable culture of continuous improvement statewide, and help bend the arc of government spending growth downward. Through GEAR's website and regular public meetings, we regularly seek ideas from the general public. But by far, the most innovative and best cost-saving ideas come from the people who actually do the daily work of state government. People like the award winners we recognize today. We continue to make training dollars available to state employees to gain or supplement their project management, change management, lean process improvement, and continuous improvement skills. To date, more than 137 state employees have completed industry-recognized best practice continuous improvement practitioner training, also known as CIP. We encourage other state employees who are here today to consider applying for a CIP program in the future. Having trained practitioners, we also want to ensure that we reward employees with their great ideas. And so these GEAR P3 Innovation and Efficiency Awards do just that. These awards recognize and directly incentivize state employees who successfully implement high-impact initiatives that improve the efficiency and effectiveness of state processes, programs, and services. The annual financial commitment to the award is shared equally by the private sector with matching funds from the state. Please join me in recognizing the businesses that help make these awards possible. CSC, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield of Delaware, JP Morgan Chase, M&T Bank, The Precisionists, Inc., WSSF Bank, WL Gore and Associates, BPG, DuPont, and Morris James LLP. Before turning to our winners, I want to recognize the GEAR leadership team that makes this award a reality. From the Office of Finance, Chuck Clark and Dan Madrid. From OMB, Brian Sullivan. And of course, the many folks at the Department of Finance, particularly Barb McCleary and Larry Trunfield. To our judging panelists who volunteered hundreds of hours to review and score the nominations. And finally, nobody deserves more credit for helping to make this GEAR Awards possible than Ernie Dionysasis. Ernie represents the business community on the GEAR board and chairs GEAR's P3, which is a public-private partnership task force. Ernie was not able to make it here today, but his colleague Patty Farr Director of Training for the Precisionists, is here, and I'd also like to offer my support for her efforts and thank her dedication to the partnership. Last, congratulations to today's winners, and I want to thank all of them for the dedication in making Delaware state government more efficient and effective.
Good morning. My name is Barbara McClary. I serve as the Director of Training and HR Solutions in the Department of Human Resources. It is my honor to recognize the recipients of the Governor's Team Excellence Awards. These awards are presented annually to teams of state employees whose work has demonstrated superior customer service, produced results that lead to more effective and responsive government. This award recognizes the use of continuous improvement tools, problem solving, teamwork, and communication skills to produce results. These team awards provide 2 levels of recognition. The Champions Award. The Champions Award honors teams that have demonstrated superior knowledge and use continuous improvement techniques. Their work also produced tangible results that led to increases in efficiency, customer satisfaction, and cost savings. Our highest level award for a team award is the GEAR P3 Innovation and Efficiency Award. This award recognizes teams that have achieved the greatest level of performance excellence and serve as role models for other state organizations. In addition, this award comes with a financial incentive that is paid directly to the eligible members of the team. This year, we received nominations for 15 teams, representing the dedication of over 240 state employees. At this time, will the recipients of the Champions Award please come forward as I read your introduction. While they are making their way to the front, I want to thank members of the Governor's Team Excellence Selection Committee for their time and effort in reviewing nominations both for this award and the Trailblazer Award. Several committee members are here today. Please stand as I call your name to be recognized. Andrea Allman. Ms. Allman represented the Governor's Office. Yvonne Anders Gordon. Secretary Gordon served on the committee on behalf of the Department of Human Resources. Charles Clark. Mr. Clark represented the GEAR Board on the committee. Vernita Dorsey, Natalie Kiefer, and Andy Lubin. Ms. Dorsey from WSFS Bank, Ms. Kiefer of the Bank of America, Mr. Lubin from the Delaware Financial Group served as representatives of the public, private, or P3 group and helped support this award. Shantae Hastings, Secretary Hastings of the Department of Transportation, served as a representative of the Governor's Cabinet. Margaret Zimmerman. Ms. Zimmerman works for the Department of Health and Social Services and also serves as a representative from the Delaware Quality Partnership. Angela Lamanna. Ms. Lamanna was statewide Labor Management Committee representative. Molly Merrill. Ms. Merrill from the Department of Health and Social Services served as a representative as the previous award recipient. Please join me in thanking this group. And now the Governor's Team Excellence Award recipients. From the 15 teams nominated, 5 teams stood out for their excellence in teamwork and results. As you will hear in a few moments, these teams also reflect the diversity of continuous improvement efforts carried out by our state agencies and our employees every day. These teams have strengthened workforce development, public safety, government efficiency through innovation and collaboration. Their efforts have enhanced STEM engagement, secure elections, improved emergency operations, addressed teacher shortages, and optimized state resources, creating lasting benefits to Delaware. Recipients, when your name is called, please come forward to accept your award and have your picture taken. Cabinet secretaries, please feel free to come forward as well for the photo. Starting with the Champions Award, our first recipient is the Bridge Design Competition Team from the Department of Transportation. This team was nominated by Jason Hastings. Nick Dean was the team lead. Also on the team, Bryce Baker, Megan Beachy, Terry Bedwell, Marie Burns, Hayden Crompton, Josh Fredericks, Jerry Guzman, Paul Hune, Brock Nokowski, Mattia Radovich, San Diego Rodriguez, Jonathan Tice, Gus Toussaint, Sean Weaver, Lucy Shue, and Eric Yoder. Recognizing a decline in student interest in STEM fields, particularly engineering, the growing challenge of hiring entry-level engineers, the Del-Dot Bridge Design Team launched an annual bridge competition in 2018. The competition, which began with 10 teams, has grown to 120, with over 600 attendees in 2024. As a result of their success, several schools have incorporated this event into their STEM curriculum or developed bridge design clubs, fostering long-term engagement in engineering concepts. The initiative has directly contributed to workforce development, with former participants securing internships or full-time engineering positions with the Department of Transportation. The program's impact extends beyond the department, garnering industry-wide support and inspiring similar efforts in other states. Through innovation, collaboration, and dedication, the team has made a lasting impact on Delaware's engineering pipeline and STEM education. Congratulations to the Bridge Design Competition team.
Hey, good morning. My name is Jim Robinson. I'm a state human resource administrator at the Department of Human Resources. Our next Champions Award recipient is the Election Security Team from the Department of Technology and Information, the Delaware National Guard, and the Department of Elections. The team was nominated by Solomon Adote, with the members of this team and Chief Information Officer Greg Lane, Adjutant General Brigadier General James Benson, and State Elections Commissioner Anthony Albence. Please come forward at this time. The members of the team are Solomon Adote, team leader, Colonel Stuart Solomon, team leader, Donovan Anderson, Joshua Bushweller, Jordan Chambers, Christopher Chin, Andrew Kronk, Christopher Curry, John Uten, Joel Harrison, Dwayne Lehman, Tim Lee, Paul Newslison, Ashish Patel, Timothy Plimpton, Arthur Powell, Ryan Rathbun, Alex Rubin, Chris Roberts, Craig Ross, Tyler Sell, Kristen Sherlock, Philip Smith, and Ross Smith. The election security team played a pivotal role in the safeguarding Delaware's electoral process, demonstrating an unparalleled commitment to cybersecurity and democracy. Comprised of experts from the Department of Technology and Information, the Department of Elections, and the Delaware National Guard, this team worked tirelessly to identify, mitigate, and respond to cyber threats that could compromise election integrity. By leveraging intelligence sharing, interagency collaboration, and real-time threat monitoring, they significantly reduced vulnerabilities from hundreds of thousands to only a few hundred that can be effectively managed and neutralized. Their ability to rapidly detect and respond to potential attacks, reducing reaction time from days to minutes, ensured the integrity and public trust in the election process. This unprecedented collaboration has set a national example, with other states looking to Delaware's model for securing elections. The team's relentless dedication, strategic planning, and innovative use of resources exemplify the highest standards of excellence in public service. Congratulations to the election security team.
Our Finals Champions Award recipient is the Division of Communications team from the Department of Safety and Homeland Security. This team was nominated by Eric Wagner. Would the members of this team and Secretary Bushweller please come forward at this time? members are Ed Henn, team lead, Jawan Alexander, William Aponte, Lee Ashlak, Brian Ayers, Ian Brooks, Jimmy Bullock, Melissa Calgaris, Judy Crimmins, Mark Fells, Johnny Fennell Jr., Kevin Forey, David Fries, John Healy, Jamo Jackman, Wilcherson Joim, Naki Jones, Kyle Legates, Samuel McLan, Joseph Moran, Jesse Ogden, John Robinson, Zachary Seymour, James Slody, Isabel Trudell, and Eric Wagner. This team of the Division of Communications demonstrated exceptional teamwork and expertise in relocating and upgrading the state's critical 1-800 megahertz communication system, while ensuring uninterrupted service for first responders. Despite challenges such as aging equipment, short relocation time, and staff turnover, the team executed a seamless transition in just over 8 hours. Their proactive planning, including pre-wiring systems, prioritizing GPS synchronization, minimized downtime, and maintained system reliability with less than 1% downtime. Additionally, the team trained new staff on both legacy and modern technologies, ensuring sustainable workforce while saving the states thousands of dollars. Their success serves as a model for future relocations and highlights the vital role in maintaining 24/7 public safety communications. Congratulations to the Division of Communications team.
Now it's my pleasure to introduce the first of the two recipients of this year's Governor's Team Excellence Gear P3 Innovation and Efficiency Award. Will the recipients of this award please come forward, which they are. First, we have the Combating Delaware's Teacher Shortage team from the Department of Education. This team was nominated by Rick Conish. Would the members of the team and Secretary Martin please come to the photo area at this time to accept their award. The members of this team are Rick Conish, team lead, Linnea Bradshaw, Catherine Burns, Lisa Condon, Brandy Fox, Tiffany Green, Michael Hilshaner, Anne Labangana Clay, Wendy Wojulewski, Juliet Morosky, Karen Pleasanton, Kelly Powell, Denise Purnell Cuff, Michael Saylor, Angela Socorso, Lee Weldon, Rhonda West, Jonathan Wickert, and Akena Williams. This team from the Department of Education successfully implemented a statewide initiative to reduce the teacher shortage by increasing staff, improving salaries, and strengthening career paths. Through multiple work groups, they were able to partner with educators, advocacy groups, state agencies, and legislators to create a sustainable workforce for continuous improvement. As a result of their effort, new teacher recruitment and retention efforts have expanded, leading to increased participation in programs like teachers' residencies, registered teacher apprenticeships, and Grow Your Own initiatives. Their work on competitive salary initiatives and improving working conditions have led to a more attractive profession, which contributes to a reduction in vacancy rates. Annual reporting and stakeholder engagement ensure that progress is tracked and adjustments are made to maximize impact of their work. Overall, the teams of efforts have strengthened Delaware's education workforce, improving stability and long-term student success. Congratulations to the Combating Delaware's Teacher Shortage team.
The second recipient of the Governor's Team Excellence Gear P3 Innovation and Efficiency Award is the updated retention schedules team from the Department of Services for Children, Youth, and their Families. This team was nominated by Donna Thompson. Secretary Yateman, would you please come forward to join the team? Team members include Team members include Jill Hamilton, team lead, Alexandria Blake, Lindsay Joslin, Verena Marshall, Benedictine Ramos, and Aaliyah Smith. The DSCYF Updated Retention Schedules team successfully updated the records retention schedule for the Division of Prevention and Behavioral Health Services, reducing shortage time in alignment with industry standards. This initiative identified 900 boxes of business records eligible for destruction, resulting in a projected annual cost savings of $540,000 for the state of Delaware. To date, over 400 boxes have been destroyed, already saving the state more than $20,000 a month. The team collaborated with the Delaware Public Archives and DSCYF Deputy Attorney General to implement these changes. Their work reflects lean thinking principles, optimizing state resources while maintaining compliance with best practices, and the framework used by this team is now being applied to other DSCYF divisions, and its success has other state agencies looking in collaboration on similar projects. The records unit ensured smooth implementation by engaging record officers, assessing storage needs, and providing ongoing support to staff. The project exemplifies efficiency, fiscal accountability, and the proactive stewardship of state resources. Congratulations to the updated retention schedules team.
Our next award category is the Gear P3 Trailblazer Award. At this time, I invite the recipients of the Gear P3 Trailblazer Award to line up to receive their certificates. Agency heads, feel free to join them in the photo area. Based on the criteria of the Gear P3 Innovation and Efficiency Team Award, the Trailblazer Award recognizes the efforts of individuals or small groups of 5 or fewer employees. This award recognizes efforts that go above and beyond normal job expectations and meet some of the same innovation and efficiency criteria established in the team award, such as strategic and innovative thinking and results that are sustainable, scalable, and leverageable. From the nominations received this year, 2 stood out for their innovation: skilled project management and outstanding results.
Our first trailblazer from the Department of Transportation is Paul Hune. Paul is an engineer in the Division of Transportation Solutions. He's being recognized for his extraordinary leadership in the emergency repair of the Trap Pond dam spillway. Following a critical failure and sinkhole formation, through rapid mobilization, lean principles, and cross-agency coordination, he completed the project in record time, saving the state hundreds of thousands of dollars. His structured approach included innovative design solutions, rigorous cost analysis, and transparent communication, ensuring efficiency without compromising quality. The project not only restored the dam's functionality, but also set a best practice model for future infrastructure emergencies. Paul's leadership and technical expertise demonstrated excellence in emergency response, fiscal responsibility, and engineering innovation. Thank you to Matija Radovich for his nomination. Let's give another round of applause to Paul. Congratulations.
Also nominated from the Department of Transportation is the Della team: Nicole Brown, Jacob Carey, Tina LaFace, Mallory Taylor, and Jill Tremuhis. This team from the Division of Motor Vehicles I forgot to pause. This team from the Division of Motor Vehicles launched Della, an AI-powered chatbot, in June 2024 to enhance customer service by providing 24/7 access to essential information. Designed to streamline user interactions, Della reduced the need for multiple visits, phone calls, and emails by quickly answering questions through the DMV website. The chatbot's implementation has already led to a 50% usage rate with over 258,000 engagements by the end of the year, improving efficiency and customer satisfaction. DMV staff continuously train Della by recognizing new search phrases, ensuring ongoing improvements and accurate responses. This innovative project has not only reduced costs by eliminating a third-party service, but also set a precedent for other states' agencies to implement similar AI solutions. Thank you, Jacob, for nominating and leading the team. And again, congratulations, Nicole, Jacob, Tina, Mallory, and Jillian. And thanks for your exceptional achievement.
And for our final award, the recipients of the 2024 Delaware Award for Heroism. I am honored to announce the recipients of this award. This award was created to recognize state employees who have gone above and beyond the call of duty, demonstrating exceptional courage, outstanding judgment, extraordinary decisiveness, and unusual swiftness of action, sometimes regardless of their own personal safety, in an attempt to save or protect human life or property. Today, we celebrate the bravery and unwavering commitment to serving others. Our first recipient is Nicholas Ginagate from the Delaware State Police. Nicholas was nominated for this award by Colonel William Crody. Congratulations, Nicholas, and please come forward while we watch a video tribute to your heroic efforts. We also invite Colonel Crody and Secretary Bushweller to join Nicholas in the photo area.
I've been employed with the Delaware State Police since September 2019, so almost 6 years now. It was towards the end of my shift, and then the call came in that there was someone being attacked by dogs.
He responded to the complaint, and responding to the complaint, you don't know what you're going to be faced with when you arrive there.
So what I knew at the time when I rolled up was that guy, he needed help, and I could see he was still alive and he was trying to fight those dogs off.
He showed up there and stepped out of his vehicle, and immediately he was there to render care for the victim that was on the ground. Calm, cool, collective, walked to the side of his vehicle, was able to grab his first aid kit in amongst 3 different dogs that were terrorizing the area. He walked up to render first aid.
I got my red medical bag that we keep in our cars, and my first instinct was, well, I'm going to go help him in the best way I can, and if I'm standing over top and I can shield him, one that's going to protect him from the dogs attacking him. If they bite me, I mean, I'm not in as bad shape as him. It all happened so fast. Like the video, it feels like it's a long video, but in the moment it was just like a snap of fingers. So one of the dogs had come from behind me and bit me in the calf while I was standing over top of him. And it was so fast, I thought it was 2 separate dogs, but that one dog had actually bit me, let go, and then ran around to the front, and it started to leap at me to try and bite me from the front, and that's when I shot it. That one, after I dispatched it, the other dogs got scared off and ran across the street, which gave me some time to make sure the scene was safe and I could evaluate the gentleman more.
Hey, listen to me, talk to me. I've been fighting. That's correct. My kids are in the house. One dog's down at the end of the driveway. My kids are in the house. They couldn't see me die.
I know he was terrified, and he was saying he didn't want to die, and he knew his kids were in the house watching him. He said he didn't want his kids to watch him die, so I did everything I could to keep him calm and assess his injuries.
And he showed some extraordinary bravery and skill set in a critical incident, and I feel very confidently by saying that he saved that gentleman's life upon his response.
You're gonna be okay. You're not gonna die. You're not gonna die.
I think everybody I work with would have probably done the same thing as me. I don't think I'd done anything special, but I didn't have any thought of myself in the moment. All I knew was this was my task right now, and I need to help him.
We're loaded with hardworking men and women throughout the state of Delaware that want to be law enforcement, specifically Delaware State Troopers. And I'm very proud of the women and men that serve here at this troop. And he's an example of what the future is, and it's very bright for the state police.
Congratulations, Nicholas, and thank you for your service.
Next is the team from the Department of Transportation: David Cross, Yvonne Dickerson, Kelly Diem, Lauren Tolick, and Cressa Vines. This team was nominated for the award by Corey Griffith. Congratulations, team. Please come. Please come forward while we watch the video tribute of your heroic efforts. We also invite Secretary Hastings to join the team in the photo area.
I was in my shift normal, and a guy pulled over on the side of the road.
He was sitting there for probably like 10 minutes, and he pulled his car up a couple different times, and he kept drifting forward a little bit.
I thought he was just looking for money at first, because that's what a lot of people do, is they'll pull over and look for money. It wasn't until he got out of the car and started walking up that I realized that he was having an issue.
He was sweaty, holding his chest. As he got closer to me, I could feel how scared he felt. He felt like scared and panicked, and complained about chest pain. So I called 911 immediately. Had the other toll collector in lane 1. Called the office to have someone come down, and then from there I just tried to comfort him.
I was here at the office. It was like just after shift change. Got a call from one of the collectors saying that there was a motorist in distress, believed that they were having a heart attack, so called 911, just ran down there to assist. I just sat with him, made sure he was okay while we waited for emergency services.
We go through a process where you make sure that you try to keep him calm until the paramedics get there. So that's what they did. They made sure he was okay, talked to him, kept him calm.
I came in and it was just Yvonne in there by herself, and she was kind of trying to do everything that normally 2 people need to do. And I've been in there enough to know, to help. And I asked what was going on. I was like, "Where is Lauren?" She said she was out in the lane helping with a medical emergency. I was like, "Well, I know how to help. Let me just stay in here with you, and I'll help out until Lauren gets back."
The fire trucks came and the ambulance, but they came up here in the plaza. So I seen them come in the plaza, and I ran out the door and told them, "No, you have to go to the lane. That's where the customer is in distress at." So they quickly left and came out to the lanes and took care of the customer.
If anybody saw what I just explained happening, I feel like anybody would have done what I did. I just was there at that moment.
That's one of the questions on one of the interview questions. If you have a customer that pulls up and says, "I'm having chest pains," what do? So immediately most people say, "I'm gonna call 911. Okay, but what if it's just heartburn? You ask that customer, "Hey, do you need help?"
Had he been up the road, he wouldn't have been able to call anybody. So he may have either crashed the car or just died behind the wheel, God forbid, but thank God it didn't happen. And he was able to make it at least up to the toll booth to get help. So we were thankful for that, and thankful that he turned out to be okay.
Everybody here shows empathy, and we care about people. I've never really had a bad customer review. Somebody call up and say, "Oh, your employees are something like that, or they're nasty every time I come through." I always normally get positive reviews about my people, and that's something I kind of take pride in. So I already know if somebody's coming through, my people are going to help them out.
The final recipient is Jennifer Gabriel from the Department of State. Jennifer was nominated for this award by Jacqueline Heyman Carter. Congratulations, Jennifer, and please come forward while we watch a video tribute. We invite Secretary Patabanda Sanchez to join Jennifer in the photo area.
I've been the secretary for a little bit before I got here. Jennifer, John were original team members when I came aboard. Apparently, Dan found John passed out in the bathroom.
That was a rough day. That was a rough day anyway, because it was a rough day. Like, it poured all day long, and we were shoveling mud, slop. So everybody was really exhausted physically. Dan ran towards my office and was like, I think John's dead. I was like, we had just come in from the field, all of us, minutes. I was like, what? He said, no, Jennifer, I think John's dead.
Jennifer tried to administer CPR right away until the paramedics came. He was unable to be revived.
And I just kept trying, you know, till they came. And then the guy literally just like, okay, get out of the way. And I just kind of went against the wall for about 5 minutes till I caught my breath, you know. I was like, Jesus. I was sore. I was surprised how sore I was. Like my whole upper body. I think the stress of it.
Jen's leadership and keeping the crew on task, despite, you know, what we were going through, what we were facing, was very important.
Here, there's just a camaraderie that you can't find in the civilian world, you know, for us. We kind of, like I said, we all a little We all understand each other.
Jen is very dedicated. She is very, I would say, no nonsense. She can be empathetic, but she's very passionate about this place and its upkeep and maintaining this place. We're always high volume. We do 4 burials a day. So that's about 20 burials a week. So we do about average between 680 to 700 a year. So this place is very high volume. We're all very engaged and very busy.
I want the guys to realize that people are coming in here, no matter what kind of day you're having, they're having a worse day. And to show some grace and some respect, because you don't know what veteran you're burying did you serve with that person. Because we can't remember everybody that we've worked with and served with. And so what I love the most, though, is that you have the Marine next to the Air Force, next to the captain, next to the private. Didn't matter where you served. Doesn't matter what branch you were in. We just care. We're going to make sure that that last little bit of moments that, you know, you're here, that is treated with dignity and respect. And you can take that home every day, you know? And that's what's wonderful, is you feel like you've done something important every day. You've helped somebody in a way that nobody else can. You've touched them in a way that nobody else can.
Thank you, Jennifer. Congratulations and thank you all for your selfless rendering aid, ensuring emergency responders could operate in a safe environment. Let's have one more round of applause for the Delaware Award for Heroism recipients. This ceremony today would not be possible without the tireless efforts of state recognition coordinators. If you are here today, please stand to be recognized. I also want to thank the Modern Maturity Center for hosting the event today, Daniel Sato from the Government Information Center for producing our Heroism videos, and Wade Steinling from the Department of State for coordinating the live streaming today. Definitions and interpreting for providing ASL interpretation during our today's ceremony. Lee Ashlock from the Division of Communications, and Mila Myers and Caitlin Phillips from the Governor's Office. Serenity Fleming for singing the national anthem, and the Delaware Department of Corrections for providing us with the Honor Guard services today. The Gear Executive Team, Chuck Clark, Dan Madrid, and Brian Sullivan, and the Gear P3 sponsors for all of your support. For assisting with behind-the-scenes planning and publicity, thank you to our communications team, Ashley Block, Deneen Radigan, and Daniel Soto. For coordinating and hosting today's event and managing our recognition programs, Larry Trumpio, Dawn Warman, Lori Watts, and Amber Clendaniel. And thank you to all of you who are here today for those who helped to support this important effort in recognizing our employees. Thank you to my team, you know who you are, and happy Public Service Recognition Week. As a reminder, photos from today's event will be available later this afternoon. You can access them by using the QR code on the back of your program. Now, will all the award recipients please come to the front of the room? No need to bring your certificates for a final group photo. And everyone else, please feel free to stay, network, and enjoy some refreshments. Thank you for all for attending and for your outstanding service to the state of Delaware.